so faithful. What a privilege and honor to worship at.
Hi,
my name's J.C. McCauley.
I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
What time is it? It's time to get hip and get a grip with your Councilwoman Arjo Winch. And we're here tonight with another great segment for you. And tonight we're going to be talking about domestic violence. It's a disease that plagues every single family. Doesn't matter what your economic status is, what your geographical location is, or even your demographics. Domestic violence plagues everybody and anybody. Doesn't even matter about if you're blue, green, zebra stripe, polka dot, black, orange, blue, purple, you name it. Whatever the spectrum is, there's somebody in our lives who have been plagued, unfortunately, by domestic violence. And this is the month of October, and October has been dedicated to bring awareness to this disease. And that's going to be one of the things that we're talking about. But first I want to go by and just introduce everybody who's on the panel tonight, starting with my far left.
My name is Tina Williams. I'm the author of the book Finding Peace After a Life of Sexual, Mental, and Physical Abuse. And I also own a nonprofit organization called the Finding Peace Campaign, where we raise funds to help battered and abused women and children with food, clothing, shelter, and more.
Good evening, everyone. Lady Carrie McCrory, the First Lady Co-Pastor here of Greater Joy Mission Church of Deliverance, CEO of JADA Foundation, which stands for Juvenile and Adult Diabetes Health Awareness and Family Ministries, and amongst other things.
Hi, my name is Joan Carter, and I'm here representing a sport that we're trying to revitalize in Connecticut, Double Dutch. And among other things as well.
Hi, my name is Bridget Prince. I'm just here supporting the cause.
All right, I want to thank all the ladies for joining us today. You know, there's always 95,000 things going on, and so we have for you on October the 12th. Let's start. We're going to be having a forum. We'll talk to children and families of individuals who have schools. School-age children going to school in Hartford, Bridgeport, surrounding towns, because we know we bust a lot of our children out to magnet schools. And bullying is not only happening here in Hartford schools, it's also happening more prevalent in the schools that we bust our children to. So we're going to be having that very important conversation with myself and Millie Arson-Yeager, who is the president of Parent University, with Gwen Samuel, also from the Parents Union. And we're going to be talking about bully is not on the school curriculum. And that is going to be October the 12th. For those of you who know, we're going to be at Parker Memorial Center here in the city of Hartford on Main Street. Make sure that you come out and voice your opinion. Let us know what's going on in your student, your child's life. Because I know your children come home sometime and say, you know, Johnny hit me and I had to tell a teacher. Well, what did the teacher do? There are things that teachers are supposed to do when your child is, I call, physically assaulted, when there's supposed to be adult supervision available. So come out and let's have those conversations. Talk about what some of those things are. And when is the last time that you read your student handbook? You will be surprised to find that in the student handbook, it says, even if your child is physically assaulted and they hit back, both of those individuals will be subject to punishment. Now, self-defense is not against the law anywhere other than in the public school system. And I'm like, stop teaching our children to be victims. So make sure that you come out on October the 12th at 6 p.m. and just join that conversation. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what the panel has to talk about this evening, and then we have some fun stuff that we're going to discuss. So Tina, you can go first.
Okay, great. I'm the author of the book Finding Peace, and I'm also a domestic violence survivor. I experienced domestic violence from a child all the way through adulthood, and also in my marriage. And I had to leave that marriage because love is not supposed to hurt. Mm-hmm. And I wrote my book Finding Peace as a way for therapy, not only for myself, but for other individuals who have experienced abuse or know someone who's going through abuse. And my book is available online. You can visit www.theladyflavor.com and select the music and book tab. It's available in audio and in print. And for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, we're running a special. I'm not sure if we can discuss prices, but do check out the website and get a copy of the book. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to help women and children who are affected by abuse.
And unfortunately, like I said, it's prevalent, it happens. So I'm just so thankful to have an opportunity. I met Tina like about 6 years ago. And so we're continuing the project, and she and I and Lady Carrie and about 6 other women are working on a project that's going to be coming to you live in January called Bent But Not Broken. Hey. So Lady Carrie, let us know about Double Dutch. Let me tell you about my last Double Dutch experience first. And then I'm going to let the ladies talk about Double Dutch. Because I knew that I was at the watch them age. The year I took my kids to Washington to visit a friend, and I always tell my children, don't be jumping rope with flip-flops on. Make sure you have on some secure shoes some tennis shoes on your feet, something you could tie, but you already know. I didn't listen to myself. I was turning for a while, and I decided that I wanted to jump. Don't even ask me what I was wearing, because I was wearing flip-flops. I jumped in there, pulled a handspring, and I couldn't drive for 2 days. We had to stay 2 more days in Washington. So don't jump in flip-flops.
Oh gosh, well, good evening, everybody. Everybody knows that Jada Foundation, which stands for Juvenile and Adult Diabetes Health Awareness and Family Ministries. And what Jada Foundation does is educate the community about diabetes. And we know that that's another, deadly disease, and it, run rampant. And it has no, it is not prejudice, to anyone. And kids also get, can contract diabetes. So when Jada was formed in 2005, the vision, when I got the vision of Jada Foundation, I started out just doing fashion shows.
I remember.
And I started out doing fashion shows. And when I was given the vision, God told me big, and the first place I did my fashion show at was at Weaver. But how Double Dutch came into play, because we know with diabetes that to monitor your diabetes, you have to eat right and exercise. So that's where Double Dutch came into play. And not only then, as being a champion jumper, back in the 70s, we know that played, also played a big role for doing, the Double Dutch portion of Jada Foundation. And most of the city knows that I've been, pushing this for several years, as far as trying to bring this sport back. But the unique thing is, is one day I seen a post on Facebook, and it said Double Dutch reunion. And I was like, whoa, whoa.
Did you see that picture of Senator Wilbur Smith when he was dumping Double Dutch? Oh, I had to send it to you. I share with you.
Yeah. So when I seen this and people was sending me, was tagging me and everything. Oh, you see this? Oh, it's gonna be a documentary. Oh. And I was like, whoa. So I got excited too, because I said, you know what? It's been a long time that I've been, walking the pavement, trying to teach these kids how to jump Double Dutch, trying to get other people involved and stuff like that. And I kind of was alone, But when I seen this on Facebook, and I was like, yes, when I seen this on Facebook, and I was like, whoa, I gotta contact this lady. So this is when I guess I turn it over to the lady that's gonna be bringing the 40th anniversary, Double Dutch annual celebration on November 4th. And I think that's gonna be really exciting, is to invite everybody in the city of Hartford, because we know, all ages, it's family oriented, and we know back in the day, right, ladies? Yes. Double Dutch used to be really big in Hartford, okay? And that's where we're trying to get it, brought back to our city like it used to be. So,
all right, who's the Double Dutch lady?
I'm gonna turn it over to both of them. Because we all partners. We all are partners. We working together.
Exactly. So,
you
I
know,
mean, like, how did they get started? You know, what was the vision? You know, what was surrounding, you know, getting people to actually get in the room?
Well, hi everybody. The vision actually started probably 35 years ago because I was a big fan, a big spectator of Double Dutch. Grew up in East Hartford, and I remember me and my friends, junior high school, catching the bus to the Civic Center to watch all the girls jump Double Dutch. Something I never forgot. So in the early 80s, 82, I left and went into the Army, and then I was in Germany and heard about Double Dutch. So it had really expanded across the globe. And so it's something I never forgot about. And so now, some years later, 35 years later, I had an opportunity to put together a movie. So I have a movie script, working on a script, and the reunion is actually the first scene in the movie.
Oh, nice.
It starts off with the reunion, and then it goes. The story's told retroactively, and it goes back 40 years. So that's where the actual idea came up for the reunion. Is in my script.
Okay. So, and where's the reunion, and how can people get there?
The reunion is November 4th. It's at Artist Collective. We had just left there. It's going to be great. So Artist Collective is from 12 noon to 4 p.m. We have people coming from different states. We have Miss Janice Melvin coming back. Coach Pam Smith, they're going to be represented. People coming from other states, old jumpers, and we have a lot of support here, not just in Hartford, but in the region.
So if people want to be participants, is there a number that they can call?
There is a number.
Jumping in the Artist Collective?
Yes. Okay. we have a couple groups, Double Dutch groups jumping. One of them is Forbes Flyers. That's with Coach Janice Harrington, and they're
Rope Rockers from New Haven.
Well, that's what started with that. And then the Rope Rockers from New Haven. But we were, focusing on teams who are actually now still competing and participating. So those two teams right there. There's going to be a segment, a portion where old jumpers can come.
I could jump.
No flip flops. No flip flops.
No flip flops.
Old jumpers can come and really experience it. But this is where it came from. I'm from here, so I grew up watching y'all jump. And so when we're talking about world champions, when I think about Double Dutch and world champions, Hartford actually during the 80s probably had the longest streak of winning than any other sports team in any other sport. So it's something, a story that should be told worldwide. And then not only did they jump as a sport, these guys were agents for world change. These guys were really, they were used as diplomatic.
So when you say guys, are you talking about individual women? Are you talking about men and women? Or are you using like guys, phonetically for
No, just
for everybody?
Yeah, guys, meaning men and women. And well, even yesterday, Greg, I met him yesterday, the first jumper from Connecticut. First male jumper from Connecticut. He's quite colorful too. And entertaining, yeah. So that was nice. So with this right here, I'm like, lady, I didn't, came and I was like alone. And then Joan was one of the first people to reach out to me. Lady was one of the first people to reach out to me with amazing stories. Absolute amazing stories. So, as I did more and more research and was getting responses, I was like, wait a minute, there's a lot of jumpers who got great stories. So it's not about one particular jumper or one particular team. There was a lot of people who made Hartford what Hartford is.
That's right.
It's time for everybody to be respected.
That's right.
This is what this is about. This is about bringing the unity together. And as far as just, expanding it, the region is behind.
Right.
And you don't, it's our sport, there are teams, but even back in the 70s and 80s, the reason why it was so successful because you had other support. You had UTC supporting it. You had people outside. Like I was coming from East Hartford. You had people in the surrounding areas coming in to support it. And that's what we're trying to get back right now because you're not going to do anything with one or two people.
That's
Well,
right.
another day, the kids need another genre, something besides basketball, football, the usual kind of stuff. But we're going to take a break right here. So come back to us. Get your ropes warmed up. Get them out the closet. Dust them off. We're going to be doing Double Dutch in the city of Hartford. But come back right here and keep it locked on accesstv.org. Another segment of Get Hip and Get a Grip. We just want to take this opportunity to have a little commercial to say thank you to our executive producer, J. Stan McCauley, and his lovely wife and partner, Naisha McCauley, just providing us this opportunity to share this information with you. Yes. If you want to be a supporter of the station, then you can go log on at www.accesstv.org. You'll see community sponsors, community leaders, and those of us who are subscribers. You can subscribe too because we want to hear from you. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what programs you enjoy. And remember, there's an annual Producers Awards show and you want to keep it locked on Get Hip and Get a Grip. So we're going to continue with our conversation about Double Dutch. So go ahead, Joan, you were saying?
Yes. Again, the 40th year reunion Double Dutch ceremony will be held Saturday, November 4th at the Artists Collective. The time is from 12 noon to 4 p.m. And you can purchase tickets from either Lady Carrie or myself. You can reach Lady Carrie at the following number, 860-424-2971. And you can contact me, Joan Carter. I'm at 860-337-4006. Today was the deadline for the first 40 former jumpers to contact either Bridget, myself, and Lady Carrie to receive a free ticket to the event. The ticket prices for general admission is $20. For kids under 12, it's $10. And can I just say this? It's going to be an event you don't want to miss. We have former jumpers coming from as far as Arizona, other states, and we really just want to commune, celebrate the sport. We're trying to pass along a legacy,
tradition,
and it meant so much to so many. You know, we want to get the message out that this is all about love. This is all about the children, not about reputations, not about past experiences, except the joyful experiences that we want to pass to the next future jumpers and children. So come out and celebrate with us. I'm sure you have a great time.
And we got to begin to make sure that our children know how to jump rope. Because like I said, my granddaughter is 10, getting ready to be 11, and I think she can only do the single jump. So I'm going to say, you know what, I need to get on my job. Because I need to make sure that my grandchildren know what double dutch is all about. Because a lot of our kids like, double dutch, what's that? All right, here's your opportunity to come out on November the 4th and find out. But if you can't make it to double dutch, there's an alternate location where you can make it to. You could join the Greater Mission, Pastor will get me if I mess it up. Greater Joy Mission Church Christmas Bazaar. It will be held at 49 Charter Oak Avenue. Come out and start doing your early Christmas shopping. And for those of you who want to vend, I have a number for you here somewhere. I found it. Elder Blake, you can reach her at 860-816-5317. So maybe you want to get to the Double Dutch early and then come over and shop, or maybe you want to come shop first and then go to the Double Dutch. It's not impossible to do them both, all right? So you can go to Double Dutch at your Arts Collective at 1200 Albany Avenue, and then you can get in your car, drive over to 49 Charter Oak Avenue at Greater Joy Mission Church at the Christmas Bazaar. Get your Christmas shopping in early, all right? So go ahead and get an early start so you can have that festive occasion. So while everybody else is running to the stores and stressing about what they want to buy, you already done got that taken care of right here at Greater Joy Mission Church Christmas Bazaar on November the 4th from 12 to 6. Again, you can call Elder Blake. She's at 860-816-5317. And I know, Tina, you have some things coming up, don't you? A walk or something?
Yes, Mrs. Arjo. We have a domestic violence awareness walk that's coming up next Saturday, October 14th, beginning at 9 a.m. at Blueback Square. We're going to begin at 51 Isham Road on the sidewalk from 9 o'clock to 11:30 a.m. Following the walk, we have a domestic violence event from 12 to 4:30 p.m. The ticket cost is $20 per person, and I would love for you ladies if you can understand to speak and share your testimonies. Domestic violence is very serious, and recently in Connecticut, we had at least 2 women that got killed in domestic situations. Cancer is serious. People are dying from cancer, but there's a lot of people dying from domestic violence as well. And not only are we dying, but it messes us up mentally. You know, so we need you guys to come out and walk with us. If you cannot afford it, just wear a purple shirt or something purple and walk with us anyway. Just come out and help us with the fight against domestic violence.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the things that drives me to the bullying situation with children in school. Is that we're teaching our young ladies to be victims. You know, if a guy punch you in the face, go tell the teacher. If a guy hits you, don't hit him back. No, I'm sorry, this is not the school system. This is not the councilwoman. This is the grandmother. If he hit you, you hit him back. Let your parent deal with that later on. You're not a punching bag. You protect yourself. Self-defense is not against the law. Stop telling your children if somebody hit you, go tell somebody. No, hit them back, get them off of you. All right? Get them off of you and get them off of you right now. Like, don't come over here. I'm not a punching bag. You don't come over and abuse me. And okay, so you stop them young, you ain't got to worry about domestic violence, hopefully later on down the road, because you teach them early that you don't physically assault people. And I want to know, where's the counseling for the bullies? Because we're always having to counsel victims after these things occur. But what's going on with the bully? Where's the counseling sessions for them? Where, you know, why do they think that this is a behavior that they need to portray? Why do you need to attack people to get whatever it is that, you know, your desire? You want them to be afraid of you, you want their lunch, you want whatever it is. Why do you feel that that should be an acceptable behavior? So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be politically correct right now. I'm trying to be a grandparent. And I don't want my granddaughter thinking that it's okay for men to hit on her. So that means it's not okay for boys to hit on her. So if they hit her, I'm sorry, wherever she is, she better hit them back.
Oh man.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you like it is. You know, and I'll take that phone call every single day. Because you going to call me if she don't do her schoolwork, if she late for school, if she sneeze, whatever. So why you not ringing my phone when a boy abused her in the schoolhouse, when somebody physically assault her? Why aren't you on my phone to tell me that? So we're going to talk about that, you know, with our parent union and our Hartford Parent University on October the 12th at Charter Oak. And we're not trying to persecute anybody. We want all our children to go to school and be in a safe environment. Right. But we also want them to know that they have the right not to be assaulted.
That's right.
Especially when they're supposed to be adult supervision. Yeah. So how are these things happening when adults are supposed to be around? So the school system is going to be there. I'm sure DCF will be there. They lock me up. Y'all come get me quick. I don't mind going there, but somebody better come get me in a hurry. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't like it when they tell our children, well, if Johnny hit you, go tell Mrs. So-and-so. So Mrs. So-and-so could do what? When I come on October the 12th, they tell you to log on and fill out bullying forms. I'm going to bring you all the forms that I have filled out on behalf of my granddaughter, and things are still going on. So that system doesn't work. So we need to do something else. So maybe some of you with some bright ideas come to the room and let us know whatever else you think that we as adults, that we as parents, that your children should be doing so they're not being bullied. And then on the flip side, you know, Gwen Samuel, who is the president of the parent union, told me, and this is another reason that she's on board, is that we're sending our children, you know, right into the fire because we're shipping them out of a comfortable environment and we're sending them out to schools with people who don't look like them and they're under the mindset of 45. He's not worthy of the title. They're under the mindset of 45, so they think your children don't belong there. So your children are being harassed and assaulted in those schools where you think they're going to get a great education. And we need to talk about that. So join us on October the 12th, because y'all know I pay my own self. I got my own broke bills. I ain't asking nobody for a dime because I don't want your money. I want the freedom of speech, and I want to be able to encourage people to empower themselves so that we all can have a better life. If your children are being assaulted and they got all these mental health cases, that doesn't help me. Because I'm about to be a senior citizen. Am I a senior citizen already?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm already a senior citizen. So when these kids have become of age and some of them are elected and sitting in a chair, I want them to have the right mindset because their laws that they make are going to be governing my life.
That's right.
So I have a personal vested interest in your child, your children, being in a healthy, safe environment and knowing what that is and knowing the laws that will protect them.
That's right.
You know, and educating parents what laws you can use to protect your child and your children. So at the workshop, seminar, forum, whatever you want to call it, I'll share some stories with you and some things that, you know, might not have been some safe things that I should have been doing. But listen, we went back to old school. I got in my car. Girl, bye. But anyway, this is Get Hip and Get a Grip. But y'all know we uncensored. And I love our executive director for that. But I want to thank you all for joining us tonight again for another segment of All Politics Local. Get Hip and Get a Grip. Get Hip and Get a Grip. And now I'm going to let you ladies, if y'all have something to finally share before we go off the air, you go ahead and share that.
I want to thank everybody in Hartford, Connecticut for supporting this, for coming out, for being a part of it, for making this dream a reality. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to November 4th. I hope everyone comes out and celebrate. And let's go Hartford.
All right.
And I just want to thank, Greg Drayton, and I want to thank Joan Carter. I want to thank them both for coming out and being a support to me. Like I said, early on I reached out to a lot of people, and Joan was one of the people, but at the time Joan needed some time for Joan, and I understood that and I respected that, but I never gave up on her. And when the time permitted, she was, here she is, you know. So I'm getting chills. I appreciate them. I appreciate Bridget, because I really didn't know Bridget, you know, but I just seen that there were people that had the same vision that can come together and bring a vision alive. It wasn't just about me. It wasn't about Jada Foundation. It wasn't about, you know, Joan. And, you know, it was about people coming together and just bringing a vision, having the same vision and bringing it alive. So I just thank God for them. Also, too, we're doing Double Dutch. Joan and Greg and I, we're on the riverfront until the weather, you know, as long as the weather allows us to. Then once, you know, the weather kind of like get cold, we're going to be here.
Well, when are you there? Every week?
We're there every Wednesday. Every Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. Bring your children down. We've been having a good turnout, and it's not only for kids. You know, we have the adults come up, former jumpers, even parents, and you know, folks hear about.
I need to bring my granddaughters.
Yes, and folks hear about us doing, and that's what I encourage. And also too, as being the state rep for the American Double Dutch League, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, those who want to become coaches, you know, and be able to show the kids how to jump up. Join forces, help us out. You know?
Wear some shoes, tie-up shoes, no flip-flops.
No sneakers. Bring sneakers.
Bring sneakers. Tina?
Yes, and I want to invite everyone once again to come out to the Domestic Violence Awareness Walk next Saturday, October 14th, from 9 o'clock a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at 51 Isham Road in West Hartford, Connecticut. I do have tickets available. If you purchase them in advance, it will be $10 per person, $20 at the door. Proceeds will go to helping battered and abused women and children. Do come out and show your love and support. Arjo has been a very good supporter, and Lady Carrie for many, many years. I thank you guys so much for believing.
Did you give them a phone number?
Yes, if you do need tickets, you can reach me at 860-948-0713 or on Facebook, that is TENA Williams. Thank you so much for having me on your show today, Ms. Arjo.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And you guys stay tuned for another great segment of Get Hip and Get a Grip on accesstv.org. Keep it locked on Channel 8. We'll see you next time.
Amen.
What a privilege and honor to worship at your throne, to be called into your presence as your own. You are faithful. Oh.
My name is Jay Stan McCauley, and I do business as Light Source Productions. I provide professional services in the area of strategic video communications. First, what we do is we help you craft your message using what I call the rule of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. We do event documentation, content acquisition, full-scale productions, editing, and of course distribution through our social media television network. And with social media, video is more important now than it has ever been. Whether you're talking big business, small business, nonprofit, church, or just an individual. Let's say you're planning an event, a wedding, whatever the case may be. But let's say a big event, but no video. And you spent all this time, all these hours to put this event on, and maybe 100, 200 people attend the event. But more important than that is that thousands could attend by watching it on social media. But of course, you don't think about this until after the event is over. You can't afford not to capture it for social media. And despite what people think, I am affordable. Give me a call. Let's plan your next video project and share it with the world on my social media television network. I promise you that you will have the attention of one person, me.